Hello, my gorgeous friends. Welcome back to Unstuck and Fucking Fabulous. This is episode number 39, and this is the podcast where we unwrap life lessons with the same enthusiasm that we unwrap Christmas presents, or at least I do. I love Christmas presents, and all my friends, they know that I love gifts. I love to open presents. I don't know about you, but I do. Now, we're going to have a cozy, slightly embarrassing, very relatable chat today. Because Christmas has a funny way of making you reflect, doesn't it? It's that time of the year when you pull out the old photos, smell the cinnamon, hear the Mariah Carey's high note for the 100th time, and suddenly remember, damn, Mom was right. Yep. This episode is dedicated to all the stubborn daughters out there, including me, who thought they knew everything in their 20s, only to realize later, oh God, she tried to warn me. So, why don't you grab a gingerbread cookie, some glögg, or whatever festive drink you're nursing right now, and let's talk about the timeless Swedish tough love that shaped me, even when I pretended not to hear. So, picture this. I'm in my late teens, early 20s. Living like a Christmas tree that just blew a fuse, sparking in every direction. I genuinely thought I had it all figured out. I thought, I know better. I don't need advice. I'll do it my way. Meanwhile, my mum, with her Swedish wisdom that could slice through steel, was standing there saying things like, Irene, start out like you can hold out. Or she would say, you made your bed, now lie in it. And I would roll my eyes so hard, I'm surprised they didn't get stuck in the back of my head. But here's the kicker, my friend. Turns out, every single time, Mum was right. And Christmas is the season where all that wisdom hits differently. Something about the lights, the nostalgia, the slowing down. It opens the door for reflection and, dare I say, humility. So today I want to share 6 pieces of advice from my Swedish mother that I ignored and paid dearly for, and that now live rent-free in my brain, like the ghost of Christmas wisdom. So, here we go. Tough lessons. If we start with this, what she said, start out like you can hold out. Oh my God, this one. This one should have been tattooed on my forehead. In my 20s, I approached every new idea, every project, every relationship, like I was sprinting the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. In the beginning of the week, full fire, and by Thursday, total burnt toast. It's like starting Christmas morning by eating all the chocolates in the advent calendar at once. Well, it's a fun theory, but a terrible execution. Mom always said, pace yourself, Irene. But did I? No. I got so hard, so fast that burnout wasn't a possibility. It was a guarantee. Now, no. Now I do get it. Success isn't about running wild from the starting line. It's about staying steady for the marathon. And Beth, you know all about this. You could actually come on this podcast and talk about your marathon running. Not that I would run, but we can talk about it. especially around the holidays when everyone thinks they need to do everything, be everything, host everything. And the wisdom is clear. Consistency beats chaos. And my mom was right. You made your bed, now lie in it. Well, this is Swedish motherhood at its finest, and it needs a little bit of translation. So here you go. When we say you made your bed, now lie in it, it means you created this situation, now own it. I used to make decisions with zero thought and then throw myself a pity party when the consequences came knocking. And they did quite a lot. I would call mom, I would vent, complain, dramatize it. Oh my God, I would just roll in it. And she would just say, well, darling, you made your bed. Honestly, iconic. And during the holidays, this advice hits even harder. Like when you overspend on gifts, say yes to hosting a dinner party for 18 people when you only have 4 chairs, forget to plan, or double book yourself on Christmas Eve, you made your bed. Now lie in it and maybe add some cute cushions and learn the lessons for next year. Responsibility is empowering. It's the moment you say, okay, this one's on me, and that's okay. So don't wait for things to get easier. Get stronger. Ooh, isn't that a classic? For years, I kept waiting for circumstances to change, for life to calm down, waiting for things to magically fall into place, which they rarely did. But life isn't a Disney Christmas movie, even if we want that. Snow doesn't fall just because you need a magical moment. And especially if you live in the tropics or subtropical like I do. And, you know, it's hard to get used to not having snow. But my mom used to remind me. She would say to me, life won't get easier, but you will get stronger. And she was right. Strength doesn't arrive wrapped in shiny paper. It's built in the mess, in the mistakes, the oh God, how am I going to get through this? Especially during the holidays, when emotions, expectations, and family dynamics are basically marinated in mulled wine. And since I've been living in Queensland in Australia, Christmas is a melting point for me. It's hot as hell and you want to do everything right. You know, you want to do the turkey, the ham and the Brussels sprouts, and the aircon is not working and you want to sit outside and it's 32 degrees. Oh Jesus, like almost 90 Fahrenheit. But this is the season we're reminded of resilience, not ease. And I still prefer to be inside in aircon with my Christmas dinner. I don't know about you, but I'm not getting used to having this heat during Christmas. But I'm not complaining. No, I'm not. Because you know, don't complain about something you're not willing to change. I'm not willing to move away from Queensland or from Australia. So, welcome to my TED Talk on being a world-class complainer. I complained about everything in my 20s, absolutely everything, because I could. It was about my job, my money, my relationship, my apartment, my situation, my luck, and even my breakfast. Mom would just look at me with that signature Swedish stare, you know, the one that most mothers do have, even if they're not Swedish. And she would say, if you don't plan on changing it, Irene, stop talking about it. Now that one stung me, especially because she was right. Complaining without action is the fastest way to stay stuck. And around Christmas, we all do it. We all complain. Like it's a competition. Oh, I'm so tired. I am so stressed. I have so much to do. I can't wait for January. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's whatever. But do we change anything? Rarely. So this year, let's shift that. If you don't like something, change it or change how you think about it. Either way, take back your power. So here's another lesson my darling mother taught me. And she would say, bloom where you're planted. Well, all right. This one felt like a personal attack in my 20s because I thought happiness was always somewhere else. It would be in a different city, a different country, a better job, a new relationship, more money, and a better life. I kept waiting for the perfect circumstances before giving myself permission to thrive. And my mom would remind me, it's not where you are, it's who you decide to be. And let me tell you, this hits different at Christmas when everyone posts the perfect holiday decor, the perfect families, the perfect traditions. But the truth, you can bloom in chaos and in uncertainty. You can bloom even when life looks messy. Blooming is not about the soil, it's about the spirit. And you know what? People will gossip always anyway. So what do? We give them something fabulous to talk about. This is Swedish gold. There was a time when I lived in fear of what people thought and what they would say about me and what they would say behind my back. And I remember this. We were on a ferry going from Stockholm to Helsinki in Finland, and everybody was staring at us. And I said to Mom, why are they staring at us? Is there something wrong? And Mom, of course, in all her Nordic sass, said, Irene, they admire us. I've never forgotten that because it changed everything. You know, I didn't feel embarrassed. I didn't feel that something was wrong. All of a sudden, I think I got taller. And Mum would say, people will talk, so be fabulous. And honestly, that's the energy I want for all of us this Christmas. Wear that sparkly dress. Be too loud. Be too much. And, honey, take that photo. Live boldly. Do what makes you feel alive. Because people who gossip will always gossip and talk about you. But they don't get to write your story. Be fabulous. So that's the only way to be. So today, as we sit in this cozy, twinkly, cinnamon-scented holiday season, I want to say something. To all the mums, grandmothers, aunties, sisters, wise women, tough love heroes who guided us even when we didn't listen. A big, huge thank you. Thank you for the eye rolls you tolerated. Thank you for the advice we didn't appreciate until 20 years later. And thank you for the patience, the wisdom, the love wrapped in blunt truth. We needed it, and we still do. So, here's my question to you. And I want you to really think about this while you stir your hot chocolate or whatever. What's one piece of advice from your mum or any wise woman in your life that shaped you, changed you, guided you, or secretly saved you, even if you didn't admit it at the time? Drop it in the comments, share the wisdom. Let's celebrate the woman who raised us into the strong, resilient, fabulous human we are. And until next time, stay grounded, stay grateful, and stay fabulous, and enjoy the holiday season like the main character you are. I'll be back.